Hi, my name is Jennifer Mullins. I'm the owner of Mullins Tutoring Incorporated. Today I'm going to review how to simplify rational expressions. So let's look at our first rational expression. We have 3x squared y cubed z over 21x5 yz. So the terms are multiplied, therefore we can divide z into z, which would give us 1. The second thing we're going to do is we'll put the 3 over 21. And our rules for when we're dividing exponents is that we subtract the exponents from the same base. So we'd have x to the second power minus 5 and y to the third power minus 1. When we simplify 3 over 21, 3 is the common factor. 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 21 7 times. We have x, I'm just going to extend that line, x 2 minus 5 gives us x negative 3. And then y 3 minus 1 gives us y squared. So when we're doing this, we cannot have a negative exponent. If the exponent is negative, we take the term and we put it in the opposite position. So since the x negative 3 is in the numerator, we will flip it and put it in the denominator, and that will turn the negative into a positive. And so we'll end up with y squared, because that's positive, over 7x to the third power. And that would be our final answer. Let's look at number 2. Here we have 7xy squared minus 3x squared y over 2x squared y squared. So I want to find, I always am looking for those common factors that I can pull out. And since 7 and 3 are both prime numbers, I do see that I have an x in both terms and a y in both terms. So xy would be the common term we would pull out. So since there's one x here, I've already have that, so, and there's y, and y times y is y squared, so we would have 7y minus, excuse me, and then we have the 3. Since it's x squared and we have one x already, we'll bring the x here. And then we already have one y, so that would be our numerator. When we look at our denominator, we have 2x squared y squared. Well, there's an x and y in both. So we're going to pull the x, y out and have 2x, y in the numerator. So xy can go into xy one time, and that leaves us with 7y minus 3x over 2x plus y. And that would be our final answer. You can't simplify it any further. All right, let's look at number 3. So number 3, we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 over 2x minus 6. So the first thing we want to do is factor the numerator. And if you notice, we've got a positive here, a negative here, and when we're factoring out a polynomial, since this is x squared, I'm going to have two parentheses, and x is going to be my first term, because x times x is x squared. Now I notice that I have a positive sign here and a negative sign here. And the only way to get a negative, or sorry, excuse me, a positive here is a negative times a negative. 9 is a squared number. The square root of 9 is 3. And 3 plus 3 gives us 6. So we're going to have x minus 3, x minus 3. In the denominator, we have 2x minus 6. 2 is a factor of both 2 and 6, so 2 is going to come out. Oops. And we would be left with x minus 3. So x minus 3 and x minus 3 go in one time. So I'm just left with x minus 3 over 2. And that's our final answer. Our last one, we have x squared plus 7x plus 12 over x squared minus x minus 12. So here I have a positive and a positive, and the factors for 12 are 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Since this is positive, I know that both, and this number is positive, both of them are going to be positive. So I want to find which two numbers added together will give me 7. 3 plus 4 gives me positive 7, positive 3 plus 4. So I'm going to have it equal to x plus 3, x plus, excuse me, 4. And then we're going to do the same. So now we have negative 12 and positive x. So this tells me that I have a positive times a negative has to equal 12 with a positive 1. So once again, I'm going to have x times x. And this time I'm going to have a positive and a negative. Since the x term is positive, that tells me that the positive term is greater. And here, if I have positive 4, negative 3, I would end up with 1x. So that I'm going to have x plus 4 and x minus 3. So I'm going to cancel my x plus 4 because they can be divided and get 1. And my final answer is going to be x plus 3 over x minus 3. And that's in simplest terms because they have different signs. So you wouldn't get, if you put x in, you wouldn't get the same answer because one's adding and one's subtracting. I hope that was helpful in understanding how to simplify rational expressions. Please check my YouTube channel to find more math videos. Thank you.